Hello people of the internet, my name is Udi and today I'm gonna use my freedom of speech to use it against the woman that loves it the most, Rachel Zegler. See, Rachel is not only an up-and-coming actress, she's also 95% the reason why this movie is completely doomed. I mean, currently there is nothing that can save Disney and there will also not be anything that can save this movie, especially not her, since she ruined it for everyone. But what did she do that made people not want to watch this movie? Well, when it first came to public that she was casted as Snow White, it was kind of a little bit of a controversy because she is not white. She's a Latino woman, and I can get that it upsets some people, but she made it even worse by saying this on her Twitter, or X as you want it, leaving the people that were ready to give her a second chance kinda speechless. Now, this is her first major role in Hollywood. Who would not appreciate a chance like that? It's Disney, it's their oldest and best cartoon that they've ever made into a live action movie. Well, she didn't take the chance to appreciate it, she took the chance to ruin it all. There were a ton of stupid stuff that she said, but I'm gonna show you the worst, the top-notch bullshit that came out of her mouth. Starting off with this one.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
In this video, she calls the original Prince Charming a stalker. Now, I get that she's a woman and she's all for women rights, and I'm for women rights as well. But this is not how you approach it.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
So she seems to critique here the original story where Snow White gets saved by a prince. So yes, the movie came out like 88 years ago, but how can you call Prince Charming a stalker? I mean, this is the base of the story, it's the core of the story. It's love. Two people find each other. She was about to die or was already dead, and then she got revived, and they lived happily ever after. But no, she had to change the main story and make her into this independent woman that she knows she can become, and she will become a leader. I mean, if you don't like the story of the movie, why don't you just make another cartoon with your ideological ending and your ideological story, and then just make a live action movie of that? Changing the core thing that made this company famous and made it explode so much and made people young and old love it, it's not a good idea. Also, Walt Disney said that even if he dies, he doesn't want this story to be changed, remade. He didn't want to have any reboots, anything. So they kind of fucked him up. This brother is like spinning in his grave currently.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
To say something like this about the movie you're casted as the main role is just outrageous. Also, this has to be a lie because on her press tour, she said that she loved this movie and she even showed pictures with her in a Snow White dress when she was a little kid. She was so obsessed with this movie, she said, and she loved it so much, and it's such a great honor to be a part of it, but then you come back and say stuff like this, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't want to comment on the haircut that she had in this movie, which I think is terrible, and I haven't even watched it because I don't even plan on watching it, because it's already a disaster. I mean, look at those numbers. There is nothing that can save you to get out of this deep hole of bad reviews, because even the theaters, they're pulling this movie out. Every third theater in America is pulling out this movie from their program because nobody's watching it. I have even seen Snapchats where there were only like 2 people in a whole cinema watching it. Only 2 people. And now after marketing, it's set to be like 300 million budget for the movie and everything. They brought in 30% of that on the first week, and it's not even getting bigger. I mean, a lot of Disney movies had a flop when they came out, but people gave them a second chance and took really a good look at the movies, and they actually turned out not to be that bad, but not with this one. What also stirred this pod up with outrageous comments in the news and everywhere on the internet is her political opinion. Now, everyone is allowed to have their political opinion, and I think that everyone should have a political opinion, but when you're promoting a movie, especially for children, you should not mix politics with children movies. So before the trailer even dropped, people found out that this was what she used to post on her Instagram. She went on a complete rally about Trump and him winning the election, and she went on yapping that she's scared for her daughter. By the way, she doesn't even have any children. And she told everyone who's a Trump supporter and Trump himself to never find peace. Now, if you look at the stats of how many people actually voted for him, you pissed off more than 50% of the country, and this is not how marketing works. So after this scandal, Disney hired a professional Instagram social media guru to talk with her about whether she can post stuff and not, and what is good to post. They also had a team of people watching her social media 24/7 in case she just decides to step out of the line and post something stupid again. When the trailer dropped, she took the chance to thank the fans, and then she seconds after took the chance to post this. And I get it, war is bad and free Palestine, yes, I'm all for it, but not in a context with a movie, especially not for children, and especially not when your co-host or core actress is Gal Gadot, who is actually Israeli. Now, she has also made some political comments defending her country throughout like these 3 years of the movie in the process and stuff like this, but she never did it in a conference where it's about a movie. She also never did it at a press tour. She never did it like in any relation with the movie. But Rachel, of course, had to do that, and they had to send a director from Los Angeles all the way to New York to tell her that she should apologize and not do that, which she refused, by the way. So she got her co-actress in trouble. She received thousands of death threats, thousands of emails and comments and stuff like this, so Disney had to hire a 24/7 security team because they were scared for her life. And I think one thing that she doesn't know is that when Disney brings out a movie that is gonna be played in theaters, it's not the children that is kind of the targeted group, but it's the parents. Because who's gonna let their 6-year-old child go to the cinema and the movies all by themselves to watch a movie? The parents are gonna bring their children there. And if you upset more than 50% of the country with your political statements and your freedom of speech that you don't know how to use, then it's actually your fault. Also, I said that it's only 95%, and let me tell you about the 5 other percent why this movie is actually that horrible, or what gave it like this bad publicity. So first of all, 4% I would say is that the dwarves were set to be removed and replaced by 7 magical creatures. There was a picture going through the internet saying that these were the people supposed to be those magical creatures. I don't know, they look very big to me, and yes, there is one small person there, but I don't get it at all. And people from the small people community have also mixed opinions on that. Some say that yes, it's disrespectful towards a targeted group and they should replace it or not make the movie at all, and then some said that it's a great opportunity for 7 little people to have 7 great jobs. And they completely shit on that as well, because what the actual hell are these dwarves? They are CGI all, and I mean, if I would watch that for over an hour, as a child I would probably have nightmares about them. So they actually stopped the 7 magical creatures thing, had to reshoot everything, and instead of giving people jobs, they choose to make everything CGI and make everything worse and upset even more people. And now the little people of Hollywood are filing a lawsuit against Disney because they took their jobs. And coming for the last percent, and I think that this one is like really, I think it's even lower than 1%, is Gal Gadot herself, because her acting is not the best and people already are calling her like worst actress of our generation. There were clips on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube you can find. Just type in like Gal Gadot Snow White and you're gonna see some scenes. I mean, she doesn't portray the woman or the witch to be that evil, you know, and even if she doesn't do that, her acting is just like a little bit of low quality, but I'm willing to forgive her for that because she's also just a human. She is really not the reason this movie is flopped. So at the end of the day, they changed the whole storyline because of her. The whole marketing strategy went downhill because of her, and after this movie dropped and it flopped, this was her apology.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
People who thought that she was narcissistic or a narcissist before that apology now have 100% confirmation that she is one. This is the worst apology that I've ever heard in my life, and I don't even know if you can call this an apology. But yes, I hope Disney actually learns from that. I hope they actually know what to do next time. I'm not gonna critique her acting because I don't think she's a bad actress. In fact, Disney does not have really a history of casting bad actors. If she was a bad actress, they wouldn't have casted her. But you have to, when you promote a movie, especially when it's your first major Hollywood role and it's this crazy like historic masterpiece that are making a movie about, you cannot just say stupid stuff like this. This is actually what ruined it for majority of people, and I can completely understand the people being furious with this one. But hey, let me know in the comments if you watched this movie. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I hope you liked this video. I kind of pulled out a most critical card here, critiquing stuff, you know, but I actually like it and I think I'm gonna do it in the future as well. So if you wanna see more videos like this, let me know, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in my next video.
Sa druge strane
Peace.
jastuk